Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another video. But today I'll be reviewing the Lego Harry Potter 4 Privet Drive set 75968. So starting off with the minifigs, you of course do get Harry Potter, and this is his Chamber of Secrets version, and this is actually the exact same version as him from the previous Chamber of Secrets sets, but I really love the design on the torso with the checkered pattern, and also the color scheme with the red, so it's definitely great to get versions or multiple versions of him. Then we do have Ron Weasley, and this is also the same version as him from the Chamber of Secrets in the previous set, but I really like the design for the sweater with like the line detailing, and also like the really nice color of it. Then we have Dobby, and at first I thought this was the exact same version as him from the Lego Harry Potter CMF Series 1, but the difference is actually the smile on his molded head, and this is actually like a hard rubber, so I really like the overall shaping and design for it, and just how accurate it does look, because you can't really tell at first, because it's basically the exact same with like the torso and the leg printing, but the difference is actually the smile on his head. But it's just really awesome to actually see a different version of Dobby. Then we have Uncle Fernley, and I think this minifig is actually really awesome. I love how accurate he does look with like the design for the torso, but I just wish there was some like bell printing on his leg. I think that would have worked really nice, and also some maybe back printing. But apart from that, I think the hairpiece might be exclusive to this set, or just like in the Harry Potter way, from the 100% sure. And I think his facial expression is definitely really cool as well, and he does have like a sort of smug look in a way, and then quite an angry one. So I definitely think that fits him very well as a minifig. Then we do have Virginia, and I think this is probably one of my favorite minifigs in this set, because I really love the design for her torso with like the autumn leaves on it. I just think that looks really cool, and it does have both back and front printing, which is definitely really cool, but I just wish there was some bell printing as well on her legs. She does have two very similar facial expressions to Vernon. The first one is like this quite sort of confused and angry one, and then this next one is quite an angry one as well. And I also really like her hairpiece. Then finally, we do have Dudley, and I think this minifig looks really cool. I especially love the torso and how accurate it does look with like the checkered pattern and like the different line detailing. And then he does have, I actually thought this was Emmett's hairpiece at first, but I think there's a few differences with that. It just looks really accurate as well. I also really like this sort of part here, and he does have two facial expressions, I believe. The first one I just think is really cool. I believe it's actually like Neville Longbottom's facial expression with like this one. It just looks really similar, and then we just have this really smug smile, which I just think looks very accurate. Just quickly before I move on to the builds for the set, you do get a new version of Hedwig, and I think this version looks really awesome. I love the design for like the open wings. It's pretty much the exact same mold apart from the wings opening up, so like the detailing for like the feathers and all that, and then the face is the exact same, but I just really love like the wing design on this. So firstly, we'll start with the two small builds for the set. So the first one is the sign for Privet Drive, and I think it's very simple, but it's just really accurate, and I really love how we do get an extra owl in like that sort of brown color to actually represent that scene from the Philosopher's Stone. Then the next build, and I think this is a really funny one, it's actually the cake from the Chamber of Secrets, where like Dobby drops it on to the visitors at the Dursleys' house, and I just think it looks very accurate with like the color scheme and the design for it. Very silly, but also just very awesome to actually have in this set. Then you do get a build for the Ford Angular, but it's actually a little bit different compared to the one in the Whomping Willow. There are a few similarities and differences, but I think it's actually quite strange how we're getting another version of it, like, well, not completely, but just a little bit different, because I always thought they would use, like, the exact same version, but I must say, I think this version does have its ups and downs compared to the Whomping Willow one, especially with, like, this part here, where they actually used a sticker instead of, like, using bricks, or, like, this sort of part here, so very strange there. But apart from that, it also does have its like sort of ups with this set. I really like the overall shaping for it and just the overall design for it, and it does have a very similar play feature of like the boot. But now I'll move on to the main build for the set, which is for Privet Drive. What I love most about this set would probably be that they've been able to actually compact two movies into the one for Privet Drive, and I just think it worked really nicely, and I'm really glad they actually did that because I just think it looks very awesome. So firstly, we'll start with the front here. I really love the inclusion of the plants because it just adds so much more to the set. And I especially love the design for the tree. Very simple, it just works very nicely as well. But I really love the sticker on the door with like the different Hogwarts letters being stuffed into the door. And then I also really like the sticker for like representing 4. I think that's a very simple, but it just works very nicely. Just to add it to the set. And I also really love the overall brickwork for the house. Instead of just covering like the whole house in like the one color and just having a bunch of bricks everywhere, I'm really glad they like sort of scattered it out across the build. So as you can see, like big pieces here and then like different plates as well. It just adds so much more to the set, as well as like the overall texturing for it. And you do have a very simple sort of pipeline going up the house, and I just think it's very simple, but it just works just to add that more sort of realistic feature to a house. But I really love the design for the roof with like these sort of sloped pieces. Very simple idea, but I just think it adds so much more to the set. Just the overall texturing and the look of it just looks really accurate to like roofs. And I just really love like the inclusion of like this sort of part here and then also this. It just adds so much more to the set. But turning it around, that's where it mostly does happen. So I'll start from the second floor and then slowly work my way down. So this second floor is actually supposed to be the Chamber of Secrets version of Harry's bed, and I really love just how compacted it does look, but there's just so much detailing in it, mostly with these stickers, which I must say I was actually really surprised to actually see most of the like small stickers were actually stickers, so that was quite a surprise. I thought like there'd be a lot of prints in this. So I really love the inclusion of like a sticker of Harry's parents. I just think it looks really awesome. And then also like some of his belongings on like a shelf from Hogwarts. And then you do have like the Boy Who Lived Daily Prophet newspaper, which is in most like Lego Harry Potter sets. And then the bed as well. Very simple design, but I just think it looks really awesome. And then making our way down these stairs, you do have the main living room for the Dursley's house with them on like a sort of frame with a picture of them. I just think it looks really awesome. And what I love is that they're actually like Lego sort of design, so they're not like humans. And I just think it just adds so much more to this set because they could have like a Lego set and then with like human stickers of like Harry's parents, but they actually sort of made them into Lego, which I just think is a really awesome idea. But continuing on the first floor, I really like the design for the furniture in that sort of like pinkish purple color, and then also like the rug there, and there's also a fireplace, and I think the play feature which is about to happen, it just looks really awesome, and it is very accurate to the Philosopher's Stone. But then at the door you can actually see the plank of wood actually blocking these sort of Hogwarts letters from coming in, and I just think that looks really awesome. But the play feature is that you do pull this and then like a bunch of envelopes or Hogwarts letters do come out, and I also like the inclusion of this little plant here. So here we go. I just think very simple, but I just think it looks really awesome, and it just works so well to actually represent the Philosopher's Stone. As you can see, we do have quite a lot of Hogwarts letters stuffed into the chimney or sort of fireplace, and then the other, not necessarily play feature, but the other sort of detail is actually his room from the Philosopher's Stone, which is under the stairs, and I just think it just looks really awesome. And I do like the sort of sticker there as well, but that was really like the hardest sticker to actually put in. But I like how compacted it does look because it does add that sort of realistic feel to it, like with Harry being stuffed under like the stairs. And then there is also, oh man, that tree just keeps falling. And there's also like a sticker with the door there. And there's actually one more play feature, and this was present in the Chamber of Secrets when Ron, Fred, and George actually rescued Harry from his bedroom when the bars were actually blocking him from actually getting out. And you can actually do that with the chain from the forward angle and actually connect it to the bars. And then you sort of pull this and it does come out. Very simple play feature, but I just think it's very interesting and it just is a very awesome idea. So now we'll take a look at the packaging for the set. Starting off with the manual, it does have an advertisement for the other LEGO Harry Potter sets in this wave. And luckily enough, I actually do have all of them, which is definitely really exciting and also pretty awesome. And then the box art for this set, I must say, it actually looks really awesome. I love like the sort of neighborhood look it does have with like different houses in the background of like the sort of plant life, and then also like the night sky as well when Fred, George, and Ron actually rescue Harry. And then at the back it just shows you like all the different play features for this set. So overall, I think this set is really, really awesome, and I would highly recommend it. I really love the overall design for Privet Drive, with also the small sort of builds as well. It just adds so much more to the set, and the overall texturing for the house, the color scheme, and also all the different details and features inside. It just adds so much more to the accuracy and just the overall funness of this set, and it actually is very accurate to Fall Privet Drive in the movies. However, I think with all the small and simple features, that is probably my favorite part about this set, because with all these small and simple ideas and features and play features, it just adds so much more to this set, because they didn't need to include, but I just think it adds a lot more just to the accuracy and just the overall look for this set. But I wish they added Fred and George into this set, because that would just made this set just that tad more better, because they were like the main two actually rescued Harry with Ron. So I just think including them would have made this set a lot more better. They could have possibly maybe got rid of Ron and Dobby and just had like Fred and George in this set, or they could have had Fred and George included with the other minifigs and just like raised the price just that tad more better, just to make this set a lot more like perfect, because I just think having Fred and George with Ron in the forward angle would have made that set a lot more better. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I would definitely love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below about this set. So as always guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and continue to see. Goodbye!